Alright, this is CiscoPacketTracerd4-522 in the Cisco Academy. We're in book 4, and the objective of this packet tracer is connecting access distribution layer switches. So our objective is to design, diagram the distribution layer topology to support given network business and technical requirements. And we are expected to connect the access layer switches to the distribution layer switches. So the first thing it asks us to do is, using the proper cables, connect the first interface on switch access 1 to the first interface on switch distribution 1, and the second interface on switch access 1 to the first interface on switch distribution 2. So we're going to use our crossover cable for that, and we're going to connect access 1 to distribution 1, and we're going to connect access 1 to distribution 2. Okay, the next step is to connect access 2 to distribution 1 and distribution 2. So let me grab another crossover cable, and we will connect access 2 to distribution 1 and then distribution 2. Okay, the next thing we need to do is the same thing for access 3. Connect it to distribution 1 and distribution 2, and then access 4 to distribution 1 and distribution 2. Okay, so now that that is done, we're going to observe the operation of spanning tree protocols. Obviously, spanning tree has been configured on these, and as we watch this, we should see some of these ambers turn to green and some ambers stay ambers to prevent a loopback. So I'm going to give it a few moments to finish converging. I think we should see maybe a couple more of them turn green. So yeah, that one doesn't just turn green. So that, I think, is going to be the end of the convergence here for the network. So the next thing we need to do is we're going to enter simulation mode and verify that packets are able to travel and reach all of the other switches. So I'm going to make sure the event list filters are there. So we have DHCP, DNS. Okay, so all the event filters are there, and then we're just going to press auto play and capture and watch these packets travel across the network. And actually that's going pretty fast, so I can slow it down just a little bit. You can see these packets are reaching their destinations. So we'll just watch this for a few moments. And all of the packets are reaching all of the switches in the network. So we hooked everything up okay, and the reflection is, why do you think spanning tree protocol blocked the links that it did? Well, in order to prevent looping, the spanning tree protocol needs to block some of the ports, and those are for set up to redundancy so that it's not sending the packet to the same switch, just on a different cable. So that's why it has blocked some of those ports. So we can go ahead and stop this, and then I'm going to check the results of this activity. So we have successfully completed this activity, and again, what we were doing was connecting access and distribution layer switches with crossover cables, and then just kind of watched spanning tree protocol converge the network, and watch the packets travel from each switch to make sure that they ended up at all the other switches. So it was Packet Tracer D4-522 on the Cisco Discovery Academy, Book 4.